You don't want sitting there with me.
No, I was gonna say I don't want the sweat to be in the seats. You know,
Okay.
sweating.
Okay. I'm gonna turn the Wi-Fi back on and see what's going on. See if that works.
Yeah,
Because whenever we pull up, huh?
now I got the notification. The last time I didn't.
Huh. Yeah, usually when we pull up after work, the Wi-Fi is not the greatest. It's fighting. My brother's like, right on your face.
Yeah,
What's wrong?
sweaty.
Mm, crazy. We got two people in here. What's up, people? I'm sure it's better. There's better signal now, so because her cell phone is stuff. Now that there's a stronger connection, everybody should get the notification.
I'm trying to say muffled.
I do. Maybe I have to take my headphones off this time.
Or just fix it.
Do I sound better? Yoo-hoo! Good. I think I just need some new headphones at that point, or earbuds. I could wear the Beats.
Oh, whatever.
Good. That's all that matters. Let's see if those 6 people come back in. Yeah, let's see if those 6 people come back. Jay, come on.
Hmm?
Somebody just asked her, would you take back shots from Diddy?
Hey, yo.
You see, that's how I've been talking about. Like, do people see? Message retracted. No, too late. I saw it already. They'll, there's some people that need money that bad. They'll do something like that. But I'm not one of those people. I wouldn't even want to get past. There's a certain level of money that I'll make, but it's like, nah. The fact that you got to do certain things to get to a certain level and make certain money is just not worth it. Imagine that you're a millionaire, but you got to think in the back of your mind you got clapped. Man, you're never gonna be happy. You're never gonna be happy. It's not that serious. Do you need money that bad? You got to do crazy things to get it. Baller, what's up, man? Got the light? Oh, that's me right now, right? Today is my birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I hope you have a great birthday. I hope it's eventful. I hope you get plenty of blessings. Enjoy it. A lot of people, and I'm guilty of it too. There's times where I thought, it's just my birthday, just regular, because you get caught up in working your job, and you kind of lose your personal life a little bit. So enjoy it. Enjoy it, because people get caught up in this race. They forget who they are, and they get about their family and friends. They lose their sense of purpose, and the next thing you know, 5 years go by. That is 10 years, and you've been doing the same thing. You know, we're not meant here to just go to work, eat, sleep, and die. Yeah, but that's why women cruel to me. John Doe. Why are women so cruel to me? I don't know. You might not be walking with a certain amount of confidence. You You gotta love yourself too. Like the way you perceive yourself, the way you treat yourself, that's how other people are gonna treat you. You know? Some people are just bad too. It is what it is, but you might have to look at yourself and ask yourself what kind of person you are. You know? You gotta make yourself a likable person. Not for other people, but it's just who you are. What's up, bro? It's just
Hey,
who you are, you know?
if y'all waiting outside, um, uh, just mind looking out for that dude right there.
In a white truck?
Yeah, cause my degree coming.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah, my degree coming.
Blessing, that's what's up.
All right, appreciate it.
Look at that. People working hard. My brother just told me his degree is getting delivered. It's a beautiful thing. You know what I mean? You seem so sweet, a great spirit. I appreciate it. I try. I try. I know every day is not going to be perfect, but I know I have to be my best. Because you can control your life. You just have to have a strong mind. My mentality is that some things could be worse, but they're not. I have to be thankful for what I got now. It's so easy to be upset about what you don't got. That's the trap. That's the trap that people fall into. They start comparing themselves to other people, and they think they got the worst life in the world. It's not like that. You could think to yourself, it could be worse. There's someone out there that's going through worse than what I'm going through. You know? And so I be acting a fool, not gonna lie. Yeah. You like it's okay to joke around, but you don't want to be that person that can't take anything serious. You know? You gotta have some type of balance with that. Sometimes I be acting a fool too, but I know when to be serious. You know. And some people think you're too serious at times too. So I guess at a certain point you can't really win. You know. Just play it cool, have charisma, have charm. Somebody's gonna find you attractive. You know? Someone said it feels like what it feels like you're caught up in that rat race. Well, if that's what you're talking about, then you just have to start asking yourself certain questions like, what are you living for? What do you think your purpose is? You know, that's all. Just feel like you spoke to me directly. I feel like I don't have enough. In reality, I have plenty, and I'm blessed. You see, just tell yourself that all the time. You go on social media and you see someone living in a nice house, they got a nice car. It's easy to compare yourself to that, but you got to stop doing that because they may look like they're living good online, but in real life, their life is horrible. It's all smoke and mirrors. We all know that. Social media, the internet's not real. I'm just gonna be honest with myself and know what I think, what I say. Yeah, I guess you could do that too. You ain't gotta change yourself too much, you know. Easier said than done. Yeah, a lot of this stuff is easier said than done. But that's why there's so much value in it. When people see it, they speak directly about it. You know, that's why Meg just spoke to me just now, and I said something that resonated with her, and she's able to apply that now because she heard my perspective on it. Some days is gonna be worse than others, but that's why you enjoy the good days so much because you had the bad days too. We all know bad days are coming, so don't spend a good day worrying about the bad because you're gonna turn a good day into a bad day. Even the birds agree with me. That's why they keep yapping too. That's all it's about. It's all about having a strong mind. You got to be thankful for what you got. It's like you can want someone, you can want what someone has, and they can motivate you. You can use that as motivation. There's nothing wrong with that, but don't be sitting around boo-hooing. You're like, oh, I wish I had the life. You got to work for what you want. That's what gives the value. Not everybody walk around with abs, but there's value in it because it's not easy. Things that have value are not easy to obtain. That's why people pay money for certain things because they know there's a lot of value behind it. As simple as that. So I hope you heard all that and you can take that with you if you want. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and act like I know everything. All I can do is be honest. Agreed, and thank you for your time. Have a blessed day. Thank you very much for your compliment. I appreciate that. Appreciate that for sure. And I hope you have a blessed day as well. Yeah, my last live I was talking about fasting too. Fasting puts you in a good mood too. Fasting definitely puts you in a good mood. You feel good emotionally, spiritually, and physically too. Breadbone, what's up? What's up with you? How's your day, brother? Tell me about y'all day. What y'all getting into? How's the day going? It's good. Every day is a great day. I make the most of what I got. I'm glad you're having a great day, for sure. Cause like I was just saying before, it could always be worse. You got limbs, you got family that love you, you got food, you got a house. You're blessed. You're good. Cause you gotta think about the things that you have and other people don't got it. They wish to have what you have, so be grateful. But other than that, I'm great to hear. It's great to hear that you're having a great day. You know, I planned on going to the gym today. They said I can come in even though I owe some money, but now I have to pay every time I have to work out. I'm like, okay, they switched up on me, but that's okay. I figured to get some steps in, and that's just that. My wife and I just wanted to go take a walk for a little bit. We were walking together, you know. What's your rep? What's your rep? Were you talking about rep max or anything? If you're talking that, I just started. I'm not too worried about reps and numbers and stuff. Just going there, just keeping it simple. Yeah, I don't have a max or anything. Because I go to Planet Fitness and I know they got the Smith machines. I don't really like the Smith machines. I'd rather use the free weights. But I'll say as far as dumbbell wise, like 55, maybe 60. I just posted a video yesterday. I did a chest and tricep workout. So if you feel like you want to get with that, why don't you change your gym? Oh yeah, I definitely plan on doing that. Just have to get the money right. I gotta save up for a wedding. So all my money is just going straight to that. But yeah, why don't you get stuff at your house? I don't know. I stay with my parents right now, so I'd rather just get my own stuff. But that'd be pretty dope to have a home gym. That's pretty cool. Damn bugs out here. Yeah, it's better like that. Absolutely. But you gotta work for what you want. I just don't have to put the work in, keep showing up every single day. I gotta focus on that. Then I can have what I want. But I just have to be consistent, you know? I recite pimp mantras while meditating to women crying 10 hours. Wow. Well, pimp? That's a crazy name too. Get the F off my account. That's crazy. But yeah, it's better to work for what you want. Like there's no other answer. There's no other way. You have to do that. And it's like deep down, people know that. I guess people ask these questions and they know the answer. It's just crazy. You know the answer, so you just have to do it. Because if you're really invested in working out, then get yourself dumbbells and get a treadmill. They have a treadmill in the house, but it just messed up. So that's why at least I just go take a walk. I just went for a walk. Got some dumbbells. I got some resistance bands. That works too. Yeah, there's times where I worked with bands for like 30 plus days, and I got good results off of it. Did some bicep curls, got a little bump in my bicep. Did some rolls for like 60 days. My back's pretty decent. Getting new bumps and cuts. So yeah, it's there. I can also just do some push-ups too. That works. Yeah. Yeah, focus on the yeah, just have to, We got the wedding in a few months, so I'm just focusing on that. Just getting the money right. That's all. One thing at a time. It's in September, so I got some months ahead. Yeah, but when the money's right, I'm gonna go back to LA Fitness. I was at LA Fitness before. That's like the best gym. That's like a whole different environment right there. You know what I mean? You see people in like super peak condition. Like Planet Fitness, yeah, every now and then you might see someone that stands out. But when you go to LA Fitness, it's a whole new world. You know? Wait, bro. What? Is the signal bad? Is that what you telling me to wait? Are you telling me to wait for LA Fitness? What you talking about, bro? Real quick, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to ask a quick question. Okay. What's up? How you feeling, all right? So are you gonna go to the gym? No, I already tried to, but they wouldn't let me go. For the wedding or your body? Oh, it's both. Yeah. Like, don't get me wrong. You know, everybody wants to look good, but we have to disconnect that. I understand the byproduct of being in shape, but everybody wants to live to be 100, right? You know, you want to live as long as you can. You don't want to just exist. That chronic fatigue all the time. Nah, it's crazy. You're tired all the time. You sleep for 8 hours, you're tired. You know? It's like even if it wasn't just to be healthy, then it's like whatever your why is, it is what it is. But I know eventually it's gonna change. And even wanting children, you want to pass the best genetics you can. You know what I mean? These chicks be these chicks. These kids be having defects and stuff, but it's like the parents don't be passing the best genes on. And then the doctors try and say something else. You know? Man, these damn bugs. They're trying to kiss me just now. But yeah, you want to be healthy before having children. These people be smoking, drinking, you know. I don't smoke or drink, and I ain't no judgment towards anyone else, but it's like, yeah, yeah. I want to be healthy. I want to live as long as I can. I want to live a better existence. You know? Absolutely. My wife right now, she's right next to me. Yeah, we both have to get in shape. I want both of us to be healthy. I want my whole family to be healthy, but I feel like I gotta be the proof to show that that's real. So it's a lot of things. Some people just don't believe it. Sometimes you gotta be the proof. You gotta show you can try something new and succeed. Everybody's walking around hopeless, but I can't let myself do that. But I have to lead by example, right? Like a statue. Yeah, statue. Yeah, ain't about to be. I ain't trying to be no bodybuilder or nothing like that. Bodybuilding technically isn't healthy either. That body dysmorphia thing, that thing's a real thing. You know, when people taking steroids to get in shape, and there's a difference too. Like, you get a certain amount of muscle, you just kind of doing it for the other guys. Most people want to work out to be attractive, but like I said, if that's your why, then that's your why. But I know what I want. It's all about health. There's no benefit to being overweight. There's no benefits. You're just tired all the time. You got no energy for anything. And then when you start realizing that you have fat on your body and it holds toxins and it makes your body sick and it backs up into your body, and then you start having other symptoms. You know, people got like bad acne and stuff. People losing their hair. People just be stinking. You got to detox. That's why I was talking about fasting. Like, people just be getting sick all the time because they don't detox their body. The healthy habits, or at least trying to incorporate. I'm not going to say it's going to happen overnight, but you got to start adding things that's going to make your life better. Slowly but surely. You ain't got to do everything overnight. That's what it's about. Yeah, they be saying, yo, some people just be stinking. Oh my goodness, stinking. You know what I mean? I ain't no skinny guy, but it's like, yo, people don't be telling me I be stinking. I keep colognes on me. You know what I mean? That's all. Yo, you be smell like dookie. And I work at a warehouse, so people like you smell certain things. It's like, yo, why do you smell like that? It'd be like 7 o'clock. I'm like, you stink, bro. You know what I mean? Yeah, greasy as hell. Yo, they know 357, man. Shout out to you, brother, for real. We was talking earlier, man. Like, I was thinking about what you said. You know, people will laugh at you when they say you're being unhealthy when you're trying new things. That's how it is with fasting too. When I was fasting, people didn't understand that. They think you're supposed to eat like 10 times a day. You know what I mean? Like, I like having an empty stomach, but people are just addicted to food. I guess food could be a drug too, right? I don't smoke or drink, but I say my addiction is food. So I got to work on my addiction. You know what I mean? But working 10 hours is kind of easy to go through the day without eating. You know what I mean? But some people be stinky. But here's another thing about stinking too. When you're actually detoxing, you start to have a different odor too. That's what happened with me. When I fasted for 15 days, I started to have a different odor. How do you start fasting in school? Sometimes you have to build up to it. I can't lie. With me, I just kind of hopped into it. That's just me. But it's like, you know what? I'm gonna push myself. If I got that mentality, you know, if I die, I die, right? Just like Drago and Rocky. If he die, he die. You know. But it's like I don't know how far I can push myself if I don't do it. The first time I really fasted, you know what? I think it started when I was 18 because I was fasting and I didn't even realize it. Because you know, back then, before this internet thing took off for real, people were hanging out outside. I was hanging out with my friends all the time. I was working out a little bit around that time, but I was still outside with my friends. We were just hanging out. We were just walking everywhere. You see, like those certain type of habits, and it just so happens that
Still down there.
Still down there?
Yeah.
Did you see him moving at all?
nah, so the truck is still over there. Yeah, but when you start fasting, you start stinking a little bit. But that's because you detox into your arms. Because people put deodorant on and it start clogging your armpits.
But she's over there right now.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Is that her?
But there's nothing wrong with doing with diet too. It's all about consistency. Keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said they know. Like you said that you were doing keto and people are laughing at you. People are telling you unhealthy, but then you got results and now people ask you for questions. Like I said, they laugh at you and then they copying you. Now you gotta charge them for your help. Give me some money since you was laughing. But dry fasting? Oh yeah, I done a dry fast before. I did it for 3 days. I did 3 days dry fasting and I did 6 days of water fasting. I lost like 27 pounds. With quickness. And the first 3 days I was fasting, I was working out. I did a full body workout those 3 days. Lost mad weight. Then after that, when I started eating regularly again, I was at the hospital for asthma problems. And I just so happened to check my weight. I was at like 265. I was like, damn. I was like 290. So it works. You just have to be consistent. You gotta change your habits after that. And you gotta watch how you break your fast too. You know? I heard of people having kidney problems. With me, when I fasted those 15 days, I was stupid about it. I went to fucking Dave and Buster's, and then I had Domino's. It's crazy. So, you know, fortunately for me, I didn't have any crazy problems. I just ate too much, and I just ended up throwing up. That's what happened to me. Ramadan is like a religious thing now, but I'm a Christian though. You know, Jesus fasted for 40 days, so you know what I mean. We're supposed to be eating like 1,000,000 times a day. How you going?
Jesus fasted for 40 days.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, but that's just what it is. Yeah, Jesus fasted for 40 days. The people call it starving now. Niggas just sitting around eating all day. And then people be eating because they bored. For real. Catch myself just eating. She laughing at me. Probably making that face. I'm yeah, attitude. Like, I'm mad now. Shit. Sit around eating. Go do something. That's one of the best ways. I say when you're upset or when you're hungry, you just go do something. And then you won't even have that feeling anymore. You ever been mad and go do something, you're not even mad no more? I remember one time I was mad at my wife. I went to the gym. I was great. I'm not even mad anymore. I forgot what I was even mad about. So and that makes me say like there's nothing wrong with having emotions, but it's like how you direct it. You know what I'm saying? That's all. I did 5 days, but I've seen people do 7, 9, 11 days. Woo wee. That's beastly. Yeah, I watched a YouTube channel called A Healthy Alternative. They fast for like maybe 4 or 5 days. It's a good channel. That's kind of how I found out about fasting too. But I didn't realize I was doing it. You know, when you young, you just broke. I ain't got no money to myself. You know what I'm saying? I eat when my mom cooked. That's about it. Like I said, you may eat lunch in school, but then you go outside and go hang with your friends. So yeah, that's fasting. It's fasting too. And when you sleep, you're fasting. Those hours count. But yeah, I never did 5, 7, 9, 11 days. That's insane. That's a different type of mentality. And it's funny because it's actually easier to dry fast than water fast because you have to digest water, believe it or not. But when you're dry fasting, you don't even want food. You want water before food. It's just crazy. And the body's made of water too. So there's water inside the fat. So it's gonna take the water from the fat that's around the organs in your body, and then boom, you're gonna make your own water. And that's why people be dehydrated too, because people don't drink water or they don't eat fruits. So it's got to take water from the body, and that's why you feel dehydrated. Your lips dry as shit. Yeah, the dry fasting, your lips be dry. Licking my lips like LL Cool J. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Can't you die from dry fasting? I guess if you push yourself too hard, if you ain't careful. But the body's pretty strong though. I think if you have enough fat on you, you can go quite some time. People are told like, yo, you can't go more than 3 days with water. Nigga, how you know? Because someone told you? Can't stand that shit, bro. A bunch of people just copying what someone else said. Go try something.
You actually can though.
I'm sure you can if you get to a certain extent, but it's like, oh, I don't know that. I'm not just gonna go off what people told me. All this dry fasting and water fasting experience.
It's bad to do so because instead of burning fat, like at a certain point, instead of burning fat, it starts burning or it starts eating away at muscle.
Yeah, but yeah, and it's funny because people say that it's gonna eat the muscle, but you got fat over the muscle, just like you do a cut. You're cutting through the fat, so it's gonna go through the fat first. The fat is easier to burn. You know what I'm saying? If you lack faith, don't fast. Yeah. Okay. Oh, cool. Cool beans.
That's an eloquent way of stating it. As you said earlier, Jesus was fasting for 40 days, right?
Yeah.
You lack faith, don't fast.
Yeah, it's all about discipline, starving the flesh. And I think 2 weeks without water. 2 weeks without water, you an animal at that point. You know what I mean? Yep. We'll start using the reserve that was saved up called fat. Exactly. And fat holds toxins, so you're losing weight, you're losing waste too. So you start to feel better. Immediately you start feeling better. It's crazy. And you feel it so quick. You feel a lot quicker with fasting. But, my wife and I did keto for like 30 days. 31 days, right? 31 days? Yes, 31 days. And I'll say the only thing with doing keto or like low carb, I always felt tired because I didn't have the carbs. But I guess that wasn't a bad thing because when you work, I'm able to sleep a little longer. And it's easier to fast too. I think that's what I like about keto. Yeah, that truck's been there for a while. I can't lie. They probably waiting for you to go inside. They're gonna come in. They're gonna pull up after you leave.
I think that's done.
Oh, finally. Oh, they finally. I think she was on break or something.
Yeah.
Or,
I did it for 8 months and I lost 36 pounds. That's beautiful.
oh, finally, yeah.
That's consistency. My wife did keto for 9 months. She lost like 100,
pounds.
65 pounds. Yeah. Hell yeah.
And kickboxing.
And kickboxing. She was out here punching people and shit. She was beating on people. She was beating on people and burning calories. You know what I mean? What's that mean? What you shake your head for? What you pointing at yourself for? Yeah. It feels real good outside. Feeling real good. Yeah, maybe I'll do keto again at some point. I like a Caesar wrap. That's about it. Just something small. Yeah. All I had was like some little energy drink. My Paul did keto. He lost all his weight. That's what's up. It's all about consistency. Then COVID hit, and I was back on the gummy worm. Man, woo-wee. People got cooked during COVID. Like I seen people that work on like, damn, bro, what happened, bro? You know what I'm saying? And it's weird because I was losing weight while during the pandemic. It was weird, but then I fell off too. Crazy. I was like the opposite of everybody. I locked in and I locked out. We started having freedom again. I started acting delusional. I started acting crazy. Yeah, sit-ups do. Yeah, push-ups do get a little boring. I can't lie. Yeah, man. Gummy bears and eating pizza. Yes, sir. The go-to. The go-to. Gummy bears was cool. I gotta have a craving for those. I'll be messing. I used to like Jolly Ranchers, but then my teeth got weak. I used to bite on the things. It was like biting rocks. I can't. Yeah, I'm just being honest.
You're not
My
supposed to
wife.
bite them. That's
My
why.
wife hate when I do. Like a pit bull. But that's when I was younger. You know what I'm saying? For real. I was biting like a pit bull. My teeth got weak. I started like, I like Airheads anyway. I started acting like I ain't like Jolly Ranchers. I started making excuses. Oh man. Yeah, for real. It's so easy to fall behind. When you're on a diet and when you're fasting, everybody won't offer you food. Everybody's all generous all of a sudden.
Right.
They don't want to give me nothing when I'm eating. It's like you ate enough. Stop eating. Hey. Everybody's generous. Like, yo, you want some food? Everybody want to go out all of a sudden. Like, people I ain't talk, they want to invite me out. Like, yo, come out with us. Like, bro, I don't even know you like that. You want to go to a party all of a sudden? No, I don't want to be around nobody. When you fast, you want to isolate yourself. It's easier that way. I mean, it's easier that way. I remember when I had COVID, or at least that's what Walgreens said. I made a joke saying, yo, what if I had COVID? I checked my results. That shit said positive. I was like, dang. I said, dang. Yo. They said, yeah, they was like, you need bread with your burger. Yo, that's for real. You got to convince yourself to eat a burger with no bun. That's crazy. I did that one time. I was super sad. I was like, this ain't it. But, it is what it is.
Bro, that shit happened to me on accident. I ordered Five Guys and they gave me like a lettuce bill. I was like,
Uh,
what the fuck is this? I started making calls like, yo,
Where's
what
my
you guys
bread?
doing? Where my bread at? Where my fucking
Where my
bread?
bread at? I want my bread on my
I'm
burger.
paying full price for
Yeah,
this.
yeah, right. You pay the same price without the bread.
Yeah, get the fuck out
Crazy.
of here.
Nah, I need that.
Yeah, man.
What you confused? My bad. I'm just yapping this. I'm just yapping. What you confused about, man? Everybody want to be generous. Everybody want to give you food. Crazy. My mom be like, "Oh, I made this smoothie. It's like a whole bunch of concoctions together." I'm like, "No, I don't want that. I'm fasting right now." The burger joke. Yeah, because people want to offer you burgers and all that stuff. You know what I mean? And then you're doing keto, you can't have the bread, so you're just eating patties. You know what I'm saying? But people want you to eat regular burgers. Like, why don't you get bread on there? That's pretty much what it is. Yeah, you don't want the bread. People look at you crazy. You know what? Yeah, when it first started, people were like, "What? You want a burger with no bun?" They thought you was crazy for that. But it's just the norm now. A lot of people are offering keto options. I say that's a good thing. They see what's popular and they start adapting to people's likes. You know what I mean? It's just like back then they ain't had no vegan option or plant based. Now they're implementing that. So yeah, I tried to eat lettuce and tomato. That's good. Man. You're just eating vegetables. That's what's up. Some people might say like, oh, you're eating the bunny diet or something like that. You're eating like a rabbit. You're eating rabbit food. I was eating meat and vegetables, no rice, no bread, no sugar, only a little strawberries, blueberries, and few almonds, and went from 236 and stayed at like 198 to 200, all while working out. Sheesh, beautiful. Then I see your profile picture too. Your chest poking out a little bit. You know, I ain't gay or anything. I'm just saying. I just noticed that though. You know what I'm saying? That's all. That's all. That's all. But I'm definitely gonna tap him with your video too. I seen your chest workout. I'm gonna have to tap him with that. I like seeing stuff like that. That motivates me. You know what I mean? But I eat lots of meat. Hey man, whatever works for you. And I'm sure you feel satisfied too. Yeah, all protein, all kinds of protein. All kinds. Oh man, love the Hodge twist. Oh man, the Hodge twist is crazy. But then they start doing the conservative stuff, and they push up their content, which there's nothing wrong with that. Chicken's the best. Yeah, I like chicken. I think chicken's the thing that most people can eat most of the times, right? Like chicken. Universally, everybody likes chicken. You know what I mean? I love chicken,
Where's she go?
but I'm black, so that's a given, right? And she's over there. She's still at the house, I think. She walked in and made herself comfortable. She made herself at home.
Okay.
Yeah, chicken's good though. And you really can't mess up chicken. Not high in carbs. This is true. This is true. I like salmon too. A lot of people don't really like seafood like that. My wife don't like seafood. My best friend don't like seafood. I was like, y'all tripping, but it is what it is. People like what they like, right? You know what I mean? They don't. A fried chicken ain't bad. Yeah, it's not too bad. Yeah, we had some chicken tenders like 2 weeks ago. Oh man, those are like the best tenders in the world. I can't lie. What's it called? Soul Fed? Soul Fed. That's not what it's called. Soul Food joint or something.
For
Soul
what?
Food Chicken.
Yeah.
And somewhere in Edison. Oh my goodness.
Edison, New Jersey.
Edison, New Jersey. Yeah, if it's bad, it's just too oily. Yeah. But people say moderation don't work, but it's like people gotta control that moderation though. You know? Yeah, that's what I'm eating now. Chicken and salmon with a cup of rice, broccoli, and my kids be like chicken again. I was like, damn, that chicken again? Kids be having attitudes. You're like, shut up and eat your chicken. Yeah. Nah, that's real talk though. That's real talk. Eat your chicken, boy. But you know what? That's like when they gonna hate it now, but they gonna take those lessons with them. They gonna realize how healthy it is. Especially if they start working out. Come on. I know you're gonna push them to work out too. I know that for a fact. They're gonna see that and then they're gonna see the results. And they're gonna take those lessons with them, you know? And even if you don't tell them, they're naturally gonna pick up on that stuff. They're like, oh, my dad be working out, so I'm just working out with my dad. You know? Some lessons you don't even have to like say anything, you kinda just see it and then you take it. Like so watching my dad, like he growing up, like he was just always working, But I see him on the weekends, but he always worked. I didn't see him too much, but we always had what we needed. So, it's just one of those things. Like I understood the sacrifice and, working hard. You can't have everything. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of the mentality I have. Like, and then the man working so hard, he sacrificed so much, then everybody benefit. And there's nothing wrong with that. It just is what it is. I'll go do it so my wife ain't got to do it. I'll do it so my parents ain't got to do it. I do it so my sister ain't got to do it. That's all it is. That's why I'm so locked in with the content creation. I've been posting a video every day since January 23rd. I started with 88 subscribers. Now I'm at 255. And then seeing comments like this, people engaging with me, I'm like, damn. And funny because my wife laughed when I said, I'm like, yo, people really give a fuck what I'm saying. People really care. People really be listening. Oh, okay, I'm back on. Oh, I got this call. That's for an unknown call. Although they have me ordering Little Caesars. Yeah, they don't want to go to the gym with me now, but they have to be like 13. Oh, damn. I tell people like CT Fletcher, you don't die for the taste, you do it for the results. Yeah. Yeah. I've been saying the same thing. It's not about the taste. That's why these mukbangs be all popular. They be just eating. They eating because they bored. Gluttonous activities. Come on. It ain't about the taste. Like, it's just like when you take those little immune shots, like drinking ginger. My wife hates ginger. But if she's really sick, she's going to take it. Yeah. It's about health. It ain't about what tastes good. Let me hop on. Call my mama. Hop on, call my mama. Yeah, do your thing. Hell yeah, CT's an animal. One of the people that inspired me. Iron Addicts. Watching him, Big Rob, Mike Rashid. Oh my goodness. You guys are animals. Animals. But I see that, he had a heart attack twice. CT had a heart attack twice. 20-inch arms. He said he worked out arms every single day. Big old arms. He got freaking comic book arms, boy. But it's just that mentality. Whether these people taking steroids or not, I don't care about none of that. I know I can't look like them physically just because it's just different genetic makeups. But it's the mentality that I take. Overtraining. Like, come on. Like, how you know you're overtraining? You never tried it. When I heard that, it always stuck with me. And I was like, damn, that makes sense. It's like you telling someone they can't do it. It's like, well, maybe you can't do it. How do you know I can't do it? You never see me try it. I went to the gym for 30 days. I at least just cut the weight moderate. I made really good gains. People tell me, like, yo, people are asking, like, oh, you working out and all that stuff? People notice when you're making results. So I don't care what people say. People tell you can't do something, I'm gonna do it anyway. I had to find it out for myself. Because now you're trying to control my limits. The limit's all in the mind. It's all in the mind. Like, in life, it's just all about the mind. It's all a mental game. Mental. Sometimes when I feel nervous about doing something, I gotta tell myself, yo, stop being a bitch and just go do it. Like, when I first started when I went to the gym and I recorded myself and I'm standing there like, oh, what am I doing? And I was like, yo, stop being a bitch, go do it. And I just wanted to go do it. That's how I posted my fitness journey. It went exactly like that. I had to film myself on the treadmill. I had to put it's me and my wife right next to me, and then there's a third one that's temporarily closed. And I put the tripod right there, and I just record myself talking. And anyone that's scared about recording themselves in the gym, I promise you, people don't really care. I'm telling you, the only time people are gonna look at you in the gym, if you're doing a crazy ass TikTok workout, if you're shredded, you have a crazy physique, or if it's just a chick with a fat ass. That's it. That's the only time people are gonna be looking. Other than that, people really don't care. And I'm at a gym like Planet Fitness. Don't ain't really walking around like that. And it's a good thing I don't see people doing the crazy TikTok workouts. I'm like, I gotta go. It's crazy. You got a wife, bro? Yes, I do. But that's just one of those things. Yep, and we have to realize them are working out since they were younger. We can't grow muscles like that overnight. Yeah. That's right. You gotta keep going. Whether you taking steroids or not, you gotta be consistent anyway. People just think you inject yourself when you wake. You know how in Tobey Maguire and Spider-Man, he got bit by the spider, he woke up lean as hell? It don't work like that. You have to work out. You say I can't be saying that. I can't say what? I'm just being honest. That's the only time people are just gonna be looking. But other than that, people go to the gym to just do their thing. That's it. The only time people are gonna be looking. And we can all agree on that. Nobody's telling me I'm wrong. So it's true. It's true. You are an official with your wife. You saying this already? Nah, we've been married. We legally married. It's just a reception at that point. We gonna party. We gonna boogie. Woo! Gonna be dancers. My wife loved to dance. Me, I'm not much of a dancer. Yeah, I'm black and I can't dance. It is what it is. Yeah, we married. No. You good. I ain't tell y'all, so you ain't got nothing to apologize about. And I'm just being honest. But it just goes to show you, people don't really care what they're doing. If anything, people might see you and they might feel inspired. Like, yo, I was thinking of doing that, and I did, and I could do it. Like, my wife and I watched my video yesterday. She said that 2 people are looking at me, 2 old guys. I'm like, maybe they think I'm crazy, maybe they don't understand it, or they're like, maybe I remind them of their youth. I don't know. I didn't care. If you go see the video, I'm just out there working out. I go to the workout and make sure my wife is good because she goes to the 30-minute. Remember last time I said 30-second? Mm-hmm. The 30-minute center. I just make sure she's good and I just keep working out. That's it. That's all. So if you feel like you want to record your workout, go do it. Just go do it. You might inspire someone else to do it. People in my real life tell me that like, yo, I like what you're doing. You're inspiring me to do it. That's all it's about. And I thought Planet Fitness would say something like, yo, you gotta get out. The only time they said something to me is about my me wearing Birkenstocks. Oh snap! You asked me about Cardi or Travis. You know what? They kind of similar, but they different in a way. I don't really listen to new school rap. There was a point in time where I stopped listening to music. I was listening to old school music. I was listening to a Tribe Called Quest, Big L, Wu Tang, stuff like that. I was listening to the old school stuff. I was like, yo, I don't want to listen to that new song. Like that shit whack. But you know that's what happens when you got older cousins. I got an older cousin. Shout out to my cousin. He put me onto the old school stuff. You know what I mean? Travis or Juice WRLD? I'm gonna have to go with Travis. I ain't listen to Juice WRLD too much. Yeah, back in high school, I wanted to listen to the old stuff, but I hear the new stuff just because of social media, and I got a younger brother, so some of it's cool, but some of it is like I just can't resonate with. You know, there was also a point in time I was just listening to beats. I was listening to Pete Rock, listening to Jay Dilla, Ninth Wonder, uh, Primo. Who else was there? I can't think of anybody else, but it is what it is. But yeah, I was listening to instrumentals. I was listening to beats. Yeah, I'm on Drink Champs right now. Yep, I just started recording and made an account in February this year. Yeah. Dog, and you already at 65. I see you. Yeah. Yeah. Go follow They Know 357. You can see from his physique. You can see from his build. He's consistent. Go tune in. Go tune in. Cardi or Juice? Oh no, you already read that one. Cardi or XX? I like X. He was cool. He was a bit of an animal in the beginning. He was wilding, but he was towards the end of his life. He started to turn around, and I saw that. So it was unfortunate that he lost his life. And of course, it was someone that looked. It's someone in the same race that killed him. Unfortunate. Just when he started to figure it out, he lost his life.
No, she walked back up that way.
Yeah, she's probably gonna drive her truck up here and then she'll walk down here.
Yeah, and then she's gonna do the same.
Sometimes she be parking over there. I was like, yo, you don't live here? What you doing? She dropped the mail off into the mailbox and walked through the backyard. I was like, yo, you don't live here? What you doing? Yeah, I like X. I like X. But damn, I like Cardi too. I do some songs. I think when he dropped a whole lot of rap when he was working with Kanye a lot, yeah, I was feeling him. But then he started doing the goofy stuff. You know, he started wearing like fishnet shirts. I think he dyed his hair red. Like he just started tripping a little bit. I can't lie. But yeah, they said Drake hired him. Yeah, I forgot what song it was. They were saying that he had something to do with it. But he was talking about his mom though. He was talking about clapping someone's mom, right? What would you expect someone to do? Someone with that kind of influence, I walk around with a gang of people. Yeah, he has the ability to make something happen, and he ain't got to get his hands dirty. It is what it is. You remember when he was performing that show and he got rocked, and Drake left a laughing emoji on this thing. He probably made that happen, to be honest. My boy was doing nothing but singing his heart out, and he got rocked. Ooh-wee. And you can't even act like it wasn't you. He punched that dude's face off. Oh, my God. It's crazy. His locks moved when he got hit. Crazy. Yeah. But nah, you ain't trying. You doing. You got 66 in like a month? 2 months? Yeah, bro, you working. All about consistency, bro. I'm telling you, I posted every single day. You're gonna get there. You're gonna do something that resonates with someone. And then you got the results to show, man, you definitely gonna get up there. I'm trying to get this internet money. I be watching AMP and all that, and they be driving around with Lambos. It ain't just about the car, just that they change their life and they work when they want to. You know what I mean? I'm not a car guy or anything, but you know, guys like nice cars, right? You know what I mean? That's all. Yeah. What you doing? I'm just chilling, man. I got my wife and I got our steps in. We just chilling now. I'm chilling. Oh, the mail truck is coming.
Psych.
Now you about to make a U-turn, that's all. Yeah, I'm just chilling though. What's up with you, man? What's up with Stoic? Yeah, bro. Keep going, man. Keep posting that content, bro. I'm gonna tap in too. I like seeing people that are consistent. There's another channel, Life of Quan. He doing a whole lot of work. What's her name? I don't know if I can reveal that. Gets all that. She ain't comfortable with that. Yeah. Yeah. Damn, almost an hour in. I was out here yapping. I, I was out here yapping, boy. Just yapping. It's a good thing I took advantage of this nice weather. Got to walk in and did a live. So let me get that content out. Yeah. Keep doing your thing, bro. Oh, Lewis, what's up, homie? Lewis. Always good to hear from you, bro. For real. For real. Yeah. Oh, I seen the video. It showed. It was like my friend still think he could beat me in Capcom versus SNK too, and I thought about you and Mitchell. I was like, y'all should do a video like that. Y'all just playing. You know what I mean? Me too. I mean, I'm in the day. Should consistently take my 2 days off back in the rain, snow, sleepy. I'm there to enjoy it. It's a stress reliever. Yes, it's absolutely a stress reliever. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Like I said, I go in there, I forgot what I was even upset about. Yeah. Trying to focus on staying alive. I ain't worried about nothing else. And that consistency you can take anywhere. I think the fact that I'm consistent with this is starting to spill over in other aspects of my life. Yeah, I've been forgetting what I was even mad about. Huh? Huh? Did you work out? I'm starting to. But I feel that consistency is starting to spill over, like I just said, you know? I can go do some push-ups or something. I can do like maybe 30 max. You know what? I tried those short push-ups too, the shorties, like those prison joints. They work too. That's good money. People be talking about the partial reps, but a lot of people that be talking crazy about it are the ones that don't work out. That's the crazy part. You know what I mean? Your frame? Yeah, I got big boy frame. You know what I'm saying? I'm like a left tackle. You know what I'm saying? Big boy. I'm like 5'10". My highest was 315. I'm at like 307. But that's only because I did the keto thing for a little while. I did that for 30 days, so I dropped a little weight. But I know I can do it. It's just consistency. That's it. That's why I don't go around asking people like, yo, how you do this? What kind of workout? Bro, I know the answers. I just got to do it. That's it. I work at Amazon. I lift boxes. Heavy boxes, about 50 pounds. So that's a workout too, you know. You lose weight off of that too. And I ain't one of them lazy workers either, so I keep myself moving. You know? But stay blessed and stay focused. I have to get back to work. Keep the content coming. Oh, for sure, bro. Shout out to you, man. No, I'm definitely going to tap in what you got. You know what I mean? For real. Have a blessed day, bro. Blessed day. We definitely going to keep in touch. Post your workout videos as well. Yeah. I've been doing that. That's why I said in my last video, I posted yesterday. It's like it keeps me accountable. It keeps me accountable. It's not just content. I got to hold myself accountable. That's all. You know what I mean? I posted one yesterday. I'll say for now, at least I'll probably get some band work in. I got resistance band. I think the resistance band, that's about like 15 pounds, I believe. I got a good workout with that. Got some pretty nice shoulders. Not crazy though, but they're a little, a little round. You know what I'm saying? I did my rows. I got a decent back. My rear delt is finally starting to pop a little bit. You got friends? Yeah, I got friends. Yeah, but they live in different areas. But yeah, you got your home friends. You got friends at work. Yeah, I got friends. Definitely. When you're authentic and you're honest, you're always people are gonna want to be your friends anyway. And I'm not saying that to be arrogant, but it goes to show you ain't gotta act a certain type of way. Just be yourself. People gonna feel you. They gonna like that. You know, just make sure you're hanging with the right people though. Some people be wanting you to do goofy stuff with them. You know what I'm saying? Don't be hanging with them YNs. If they have potential YN in their DNA, you gotta get away from them, bro. They won't be cool until that slammer closed. They in the courtroom, they start telling. You ever seen the first 48? They be telling. They're straight snitching. You know what I mean? Call him a little shooter. His name is Donald. Oh my goodness. They be telling. Yeah, I said I work at Amazon. I work at the warehouse. I got a regular warehouse job. I work for Mr. Jeff Bezos. You know what I mean? That's what I do. Do my 40 hours and that's it. When it comes to overtime, they put out a list. It's like a first come, first serve. So sometimes I can get overtime, sometimes I can't. Yeah. What you do? What you do for work? What you do on your days? I'll say for me, I'm just trying to be consistent. Maybe I'll get another job if I can. Every year it just gets harder and harder to get a job. But that does not mean it's impossible. Just because something's hard doesn't mean it can't be done. Just so that people don't get that confused. You see impossible, they think they can't do it. That doesn't even sound the same. That lady did not come down with the mail truck.
Probably doing that one.
Yeah. It's cool. This was a good life. You see, the more I do it, the more time I spend engaging with people. Definitely a good thing. I have a PhD in international relations. Damn, how you do that? How long you been doing that? I got a PhD in Amazon. Oh. You see the sun's out, but it still feels good outside. This is like the perfect kind of weather. Where it's cloudy, or it's warm outside. It's chilling. Just chilling. Everybody walking their dogs, everybody smoking their cigarettes outside. Yeah. Feels good. You see those jets over there? They're about to start dropping missiles. About to be World War III. Guess what? My thesis was damn bugs. Yeah, they more over there. Guess what? My thesis was on India-USA relations in the 21st century. That's cool. How long you been doing that though? How long you been doing that? I'm sure you make good money doing that. That's what's up. As long as you're out here working and you doing something, if you going for your goals, and that's your goal, you good. And after that, it's just that you have to make other goals too. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's nothing more in life. Took 3 years and 9 months. I'm sure it was worth it. You put that much time in. That's what's up. Most people quit after like 6 months to a year. People love giving up nowadays. It's so easy to do that. It's so easy to give up. But that's why I like watching anime and stuff. These people don't be giving up. They keep going, even if it's difficult. And I think that's why most people like anime too. And Rocky. People love Rocky movies. And so you get knocked down, you keep getting up. That's what it's about. Adrian! The kid stared at me like, what the hell was that? Yo, Adrian! Yeah. Rocky movies is dope. You good? Did you want to take another walk or something? No, never mind. I got to watch for his degree. His mail.
Yeah, right.
Even though it's going to show up anyway. But
Yeah.
this is what it is.
You can't take a walk if you don't want to.
Yeah, that's true. I think that's why I shut my ass up at mid. So I was like, all right, let me just shut up. Yeah. Shut my ass up.
SpongeBob.
Hmm. Yeah, was selected for a fellowship. 1 out of 2 out of 100 crack. You see? That's what I was saying. Life is just an endurance test at this point. It's about who's gonna be the last person standing. How long could you stand all this pressure? How long can you stand all this stress? People be losing their minds. All of a sudden, everybody got mental disorders. People are easily stressed. They don't know how to handle anything. Like, I don't know where all this stuff came from. Like, 2015, people just started talking about stress and depression and all that. I'm like, yeah, I guess you can feel depressed, but I don't think it's something. They make it seem like it's something you can catch in the air. Like, somebody sneeze on me, now I'm depressed. I don't think it's like that. I don't think it's like that. It's all just a mental thing. I think it's just all illusion and people for the illusion. Now, you're trying to convince, and then, it's funny, those people trying to convince you to think like that. I'm like, bro, like, I ain't thinking like you. You depressed and all that, cool. If you're trying to be better, then that's cool. If you're not trying, you trying to tell me that there's something wrong and I should, no. I'm not thinking like that. How much can you get hit and keep moving forward? That's how winning is done. Rocky, exactly. Exactly. That's why people can resonate with that movie. Just that simple line itself. You see how many times Rocky got up after he got knocked down? That's the point. That's why people like Rocky. How long could you keep getting up? How long you gonna keep fighting? You gonna give up? You gonna keep fighting? Every day is getting hard, especially for a man. A man's life is just hard, but it's like you just have to keep going. You know what I'm saying? You defeat him when you stay down. When you give up, yeah, that's when you lose. But you never lose when you keep trying. When you try your absolute best and you show up every day, you're never gonna lose. How could you? Don't listen to these people telling you things are impossible. It can't be done. They ask you, how you gonna do it? Watch this. And then you show them how it's done. Watch this. People telling me how to run content. Like, dude, I've been doing this. I know what I'm doing. What I'm doing now is working for me. So I'm not changing it. I'm not changing it. When I get to a certain level, yeah, I can try and modify some things, but I'm not going to sit there trying to change something every day or every week. Especially when the algorithm is just starting to get used to what I'm doing. I can't change it now. I'm not putting a bunch of edits. I'm not going to go streaming, start yelling and reacting. Like, once I get my brand running at a certain pace, then maybe I'll start venturing out to other avenues. But for now, I'm just sticking to what I'm doing. I'm staying in my lane. There's nothing wrong with staying in your lane. Don't try and do what everyone else is doing. Just do what works for you. Because when you do what works for you, when you do something you like, you're going to keep doing it. Simple as that. You just got to find a way to get people's attention. It's all about putting your face out there. You got to keep putting your face out. Eventually, YouTube's going to catch on to you. You know what I mean? I had a video hit like 100 views, over 100 views in like 4 days. That's the first time that's ever happened. So I'm like, okay, I think YouTube's finally starting to recognize me and they see that I'm being consistent. I'm physically disabled though. What way? You lost a leg or something? Is it visual problems? What kind of problems are we talking? Lost a leg? Physically disabled. Damn, it's unfortunate. But you see, and it's funny because that's just a test in itself. Like how long could you handle something like that? You're gonna keep working hard. You're gonna give up. And I know eventually you're gonna have technology to combat that too. And I don't mean that breaking your legs to become taller. I don't mean that. You know what I mean? If you're born at a certain height, you're just born at a certain height. Not everybody got the best cars, but you got to work with the cars you got. That's all. I know it's easier said than done, but that's just what it is. We can't sit here and complain about things we can't control. Nah, I never heard of that. Nah, what is that? Explain that to me. Wheelchair dependent. Man, that was like super fancy the way you said it. Wheelchair dependent. Oh, man. Oh, me? What'd I do?
Like super fancy. What you think?
Nah, I'm just being honest. Like, the way you said it, like, it sounded super fancy. Like, I didn't know. You're in a wheelchair. Damn. And you were born like that? Or just like, was it an accident? Like, did you fall a certain way? Like, how? It causes progressive loss of muscles. How does something like that even happen? How? Did you hurt a certain nerve? Oh my gosh. I'm sorry to hear that, bro. That's hard. It's like one of those sayings, like, you can't just tell you, like, oh, you just have to be positive. I know some days it's harder than others. I know for sure. Yeah, I'm definitely going to Google that. Baby, can you do me a favor? Can you Google that real quick? Spinal muscular atrophy. It's called SMA. Motor neuron dysfunction. Oh,
It's genetic.
it's genetic? You see what I was just talking about? You got to pass on the right genes. You see what I'm saying? That's what I was talking about. Rare. It's a rare. Oh, my goodness. Rare inherited genetic disorder that affects the motor neurons in the spinal cord, causing progressive muscle wasting and loss of motor neurons. Oh, my goodness. Muscle weakness, difficulty moving, and breathing and swallowing problems. Holy shit. Protein lacking. You're lacking proteins. Damn. What are the doctors saying? Could the doctors fix that? Can any fasting or diet fix that? Because I know proteins is just simple amino acids. So you can get that from fruits and vegetables too. Chickpeas and stuff. Chickpeas. You see, when you needed your package, you didn't hear nothing. Now you got it. UPS keep driving around. Ridiculous. Yeah, any fasting and any fruit fasting or anything could help. Like, or how about stem cell research? I know a lot of these people be using stem cells to heal themselves. Have you looked into that? Had the doctor said anything about that? No treatment. Dang. At least try some stem cells. I think that might be the only thing. At least trying it. I don't know. No treatment. These doctors be looking people straight in the face like there's nothing we can do. So what do y'all get paid for? I said earlier, that's a scam. They want you to pay all this money just to tell you they can't do nothing. So if y'all can't do anything, why y'all still billing me? Y'all ain't help me. Y'all ain't do your jobs. A lot of these doctors nowadays just be saying they don't know. They just be quick to tell you, yeah, we can't do nothing. What you get your degree for? Yeah, I think personally, if you haven't looked into it yet, try that stem cell thing. I think that's worth the shot. What's up, brother? I know it'll be super expensive, but mine is type 3, a bit milder than type 1 and 2. They are more lethal. It froze? Oh. Yeah, I think your best shot is just trying that stem cell research. Stem cell has scope, but futuristic. I honestly, I think that's the only thing I can tell you at that point. Just give that a try. Because I'm sure when the celebrities, they go for all these treatments, I don't think the doctors tell them that, oh, there's nothing we can do. I don't know. It's the only thing I can tell you. If something was going on with me, I think that when I had the money, I'll just go get that. And depending on where you go, you'll get different prices. I'm sure I don't know if it's Turkey or something, you'll get it more cheaper than the U.S. Is that like an indigo blue? It's pretty nice blue.
I like a gray.
Crazy. Type 1 babies rarely survive beyond a year. See? That's why I be talking about passing off good genes. You got time for all that. Especially if we can reverse all those things before having children. I'm telling you, things would be a lot more different. 30. Yeah, that's the best thing. 30 years old. You're still young too. 30 is young. 30 is not old at all. To women, 30 is old, but it's really not. It's really not. You're only as old as you feel. But what's your definition of feeling old? You might be fit in 30, 30 feels good. But yeah, all I can say at that point is just try that stem cell thing. Give that a shot. You feel like my brother from Pennsylvania. And we are brothers and sisters, right? You know what I mean? Different skin color, different backgrounds. That don't make us different for real. We got a lot more similarities than differences. We all go through problems, right? That's what makes us all the same, because we all go through our own trials and tribulations. When it comes to that kind of stuff, you're not that different. I thought I had dirt on my screen. It's the profile picture fading away. Stupid. Brother, we're all brothers and sisters. We're all the same. Nobody's really different. People be saying like, yo, we're all different in our own way, but we all be doing the same goofy shit. We all go through the same mistakes. We all try and learn the same lessons. Not that different. That white Chargers go crazy. Tinted windows and driving like that, it gotta be a YN. They ruined it. You remember you wanted that car, you don't even want it anymore. Everybody wanted a Charger. Nobody want a Charger anymore. The YNs ruined it for everybody. They got a Charger, they think they can outrun the police. They think it's an action movie. No, it ain't a movie, bruh. Life can be a movie in certain aspects. You know what I mean? You go through your trials, but you can win in the end. But nah, you ain't right. You ain't gonna win everything.
You got come sick when you started to finish.
Oh yeah, I gotta be homebound. Yeah. But one time I felt way more depressed and losing out on most of the opportunities. Yeah, I think if you focus on that, you get your body right, your mind's gonna be right, and everything else is gonna follow. Everything else will follow. It's nice and quiet too. Sit out here all day. Yeah, I think you should look into that stem cell research. See what you could do with that. Look into that, and then you just kind of take it from there. Because being negative and just talking down on yourself, that's not gonna help either. It really gets lonely. Yeah, I can see it. I can tell. That's why some people are just, I gotta say they're mean, but they go through things and it makes them feel. Sometimes you just feel a certain type of way, and it could rub off, and it come off a certain type of way. But everybody's going through something, so you know what I mean. It helps to communicate with each other too. You never know what people are going through. Sometimes you got to sit down and just have a talk with people, see what's going on. What was wrong? Oh, you still waiting? That is what it is. Yeah, and I think that's why Facebook groups, like certain communities, that's why they thrive so well, especially on Facebook, because you have a sense of belonging. You got all types of groups. If you're on a certain diet, you can find a group like accustomed to that diet. If there's I'm sure there's a disability group on Facebook, and you can make friends with those people, and you'll connect. You'll build a bond with those people. That's why Facebook is so popular, so powerful. Remember when people said Facebook was just for old people? I never understood that. I'm like, all the social media stuff is the same thing. Now Facebook and Instagram are connected. It's all the same thing. Yeah. It's like, yeah, social media can be a distraction depending on what you're tuned into. But yeah, you can also feel a sense of belonging too, depending on what you're getting yourself into. Like when I was doing the fruit fast and watermelon fasting, they got a fruit fasting group on Facebook, and everybody's just showing love. There's no negativity towards it. Maybe just a little bit, but you know, those people can get kicked out. That's the beautiful part. Depending on who's moderating it, like people get kicked out for doing certain things. That's why there's rules. Just like there's rules in life, there's rules on those groups. So yeah, create a profile, chop it up with people, build bonds. When people go through harsh things and they connect with certain people, you end up creating a bond. When you go through something hard, you create a bond.
Ryan.
That dude done this? Oh my gosh, yeah, nigga just hopped out the charger. You feel me? Yo, this nigga hopped out the charger look like Duke Dennis. Oh man, that's funny. Oh my goodness. But yeah, create yourself a profile, tap in with them, see what you can do, and then you just take it from there. Keep working, get your money up, look into the stem cell research, and just take it from there. That's all you can do. Yo. Everybody want a charger. You can't have a charger anymore. Can't have a charger. You know? Did I tell you my mom was watching my live the other day?
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Shout out to my moms. She's probably the third person in here. That's what's up. Support. You didn't order anything from Amazon, right?
No.
Did you order something from Amazon? Cool. Look, I'm glad I was able to make you feel better. I'm glad I was able to say something to resonate with you. You know, get you to take some action to try and change the course of your mindset. And then with that, you change your life. Like I said, it's easier said than done. But when you get over that hardship, your life can change for the better. Thanks for your content, bro. I appreciate it. I know when I was watching certain content creators and they were saying things that are resonating with me, the feeling that you get from that, I wanted to give people that feeling too. That's all I want to do. I don't want to do what everyone else is doing, do all the obnoxious stuff and do all that crazy stuff to get people's attention. People been lied to, and everyone's just looking for what's real. People want to see something that's authentic. That's all. That's all they're looking for. And when you're not real, people can snip that out. When you're doing something that's unusual, people can see that. They can snip that out. So don't act like something you're not. Just be honest, be authentic. Just speak your mind, be honest, be truthful. And people are going to resonate with you. That's all. Be nice to people too. Show love to people too. That's all it's about. Because love is greater than hate. The devil wants us to hate each other. And it's been working so long and it's not getting us anywhere. We're just, drifting further and further apart. It's all about love. That's what Michael Jackson was on too. Michael Jackson was talking about love too. And they called him crazy. Kanye was talking about that too. Kanye be wilding, but he be talking about love too. Hopefully better times ahead. That's it. God's going to take care of you. Keep him close. Pray. Do right. Try to do right. It's not going to be easy all the time, but, try your best. Try your best. And it's not about being perfect. Like, you're supposed to struggle too. You're supposed to suffer. You're supposed to go through hard times. That's what makes you a better person. You're not going to be a better person going through the easy stuff. It's just as simple as that. I tell my wife all the time, I don't respect the easy. Nobody respect the easy. Nobody respect it. And you can tell through somebody's actions and habits, like, yeah, you didn't really earn what you got. You just going with the flow. You don't really deserve it. Now you can snake your way to the top. You can backstab people if you want, but in the back of your mind, you didn't earn it. And people will be able to tell that. Don't snake people. It leaves a bad taste in your mouth. And if it's just simple miscommunication, you can talk about it. Try to. Some people ain't willing to listen, but you can only try for so long. Eventually, you'll end up separating yourself from that people. And you'll start hanging with other people that think just like you. That's a gem. Just being honest. That's all. It's the first time I've been on live and I've always had people watching the whole time. Sometimes people it'll drop to 0 and then, it might go up to 5 or 6, 10, and then it'll go back to like 2. So that just goes to show my consistency is working. People are tuning in for longer. You know what I mean? Just give people motivation. Give them that spark to go do something different. They'll try something that they always wanted to try. Don't worry about what people are saying, because a lot of times people are going to tell you can't do something. They're not even doing it. They ain't doing nothing. It's never the people that are doing well talking about the people that aren't doing anything. They don't care about them. They're too busy doing their own thing. They're not worried about gossiping or anything. I ain't got no time to gossip. I ain't got no time to beef with nobody. It don't get me nowhere. It ain't paying the bills. It ain't taking care of my loved ones. That's how you can easily get by it. If it ain't doing anything for you, then just get away from it. Some people want to steal your energy. They want to get a certain reaction out of you. They want you to lose your cool, and then they try to use that against you. You can't get them that satisfaction. Looking at my ashy legs. Yeah. The best part is you have a beautiful soul. I appreciate it. I just try to be optimistic all the time. At all times. It's hard. It's hard, but you just got to keep pushing. I know there's bad days that are coming for me, but I'm going to experience them. And I know everybody's going to. So I'm not going to waste a perfectly good day worrying about that. Like people talk about having anxiety and stuff. All that is just worrying. What you worried for? People having social anxiety, what you worried about? It's either they're going to like you for you or they won't. If they don't like you, then that's fine. You can just go somewhere else. Go talk to other people. If you can't talk with people, just start by saying hi to people. How you doing? You good? Well, hey, hold on. I don't want no trouble. Oh, okay. Have a good one. Hey, I don't want no smoke.
That type of energy. We got that good energy.
Yeah, they sense the good energy.
Yep.
Good energy. Damn, for real? That's what we doing? She just...
Oh, nice.
Yeah. You too.
Take care.
God bless you. You see how I just spoke about it and it just happened? Just go say hi to someone. I just seen someone and say hi to them. You know? If people don't respond accordingly, then leave those people alone. Leave them alone. If you can't talk to people, just start by just saying hi. Just say hi when you're walking by. Eventually, that's going to turn to, like, how you doing? And then, you know, you might find something in common with that person. The next thing you know, you build a relationship with that person. That's all. Yeah, she still ain't show up, bro. I don't know. She might take your degree and just go home. I don't know. At this point, holy cow.
I was sitting there watching your stream and shit. I'm like, who the hell was he talking to? Was that the?
Yeah, no, just a lady walking with a dog. I was just talking. You see how I just said that? Like,
Oh, okay.
you just say hi to people. You say hi to people. People are nice. What's up? What's up? How's your day? How you doing? I'm glad you can. What is it, man? Yeah, I'm gonna give you the keys. No. Take care, bro. We'll meet again. May God bless you with health and contentment. I appreciate it. Keep your head up. I know it's not easy, but I know you could do it. If you spent 3 years and 9 months doing something consistently and you didn't know the outcome for real, that shows your commitment. You just have to keep doing it. Most people give up. Like you said, a lot of people crack, but you didn't. And God sees that. Why would he not reward you? God don't like lazy. He don't like lazy. If you're doing right and you're consistent, he's always gonna bless you. You just have to prove why he should keep blessing you. I say the same thing every time. You have to give him a reason to bless you. If I'm not doing right, why would he give me what I want? Why would he give me an opportunity to get what I want? You know what I mean? Yeah, I hope you have a good day as well, brother. What's up? Bakara Link? How's your day? What you getting to today? I think another thing that helps with the content creation, this kind of came to me, like when it came to doing content creation, you don't really talk at people, you just kind of talk with them. Act like you're talking to a friend or a family member. That's how you build that confidence to talk in front of the camera. Act like you're sending this video to someone you know, and you just go from there. Because when you talk to someone you know, you're not going to get nervous or say and like a lot. Because that's how it is when you start content creation. When you're just speaking in front of the camera, you'll say like, you'll stutter, pause, you know? And if you do, you just keep going. Because I just did it, but I just kept going. That's all it is. Just like anything else, you just keep doing it. You're going to get good at it. That's all. If you do push-ups every day, you're going to get better at push-ups. Simple as that. That's how it was for me. Because I didn't know when you do push-ups, you can work your abs. I didn't know that. When I did and I felt my abs were sore, I was like, what? It was a game changer. Game changer. But it all starts with consistency. It's that C word. C word. I'm about to get it tatted on my forehead or something. Consistency. Consistency. Hey, oh my God. Oh, Lord. What? Woo! Yo, as soon as I read that comment, I'm like, I know exactly who it is. Andrew, what's good, baby? What's good? Oh, man. I know you got to the gym today. I know you was getting money today. I know you was lifting that lightweight, baby. Yeah, what's up, brother? How's your day, man? Lightweight, baby. I tried to get to the gym, but they ain't let me in. Apparently, I got to pay to play now. But I think that's because the manager showed up. I got to pay each time to work out. Made it sound like a bar or a strip club or something. I had to pay. I paid y'all the other day. I tried to pay. Y'all want to take my money. Now y'all want my money. But it's cool. Eventually, I'm going to get to another gym. It's all good. Still do some push-ups. Get some band work in. You know what I mean? I'm going to... Oh, okay. I'm going to the gym later. Yeah. Yeah. As long as you get your money, man. As long as you get your money. But yeah, bro, it's time for doing my workout. But I got my steps in. Walking is free, right? Walking is free. The connection still good? Cool. Yeah. What you doing today? What you doing? Chest? You doing arms, legs, glutes? The gluteus maximus? Doing booty workouts today, huh? Yes. You know what I mean? Oh, hold on. You at work right now? Chest day, baby. I have a big, powerful Superman chest. And big old yitties. You know what I mean? I don't want my chest too big. I already got titties. So I ain't trying to make it worse now. I'm home just chilling. That's what's up. You need that rest too. Like I said, sleep is physical, but rest is spiritual. You need that rest. You ever sleep 8 hours? You're like, damn, I ain't wake up one time. I want to sleep like that every night. When you fall into deep sleep, that's how you recover. People don't understand that. I don't get why people want to stay up all night. I guess it used to be cool, but now it's really not. Especially when you grow up and you realize that rest is a privilege. Sometimes you can't sleep. Sometimes you gotta work another job. You got kids. So yeah, rest is definitely a privilege. I mean, I slept pretty good last night. I was drooling. Woke up and had spit everywhere. I was like, God damn, hold on. But that's how you know you slept good though. You know what I mean? That's all. You good, babe? Yeah. Take a seat. Relax. Like SpongeBob. Relax. Kick your feet up. Relax. Relax. I can't lie. This live was popping today. I can't lie. These goddamn bugs, man. These bugs are trying to kiss me. You know what I mean? Yeah. The start of the live was kind of crazy. Someone asked me if I take back shots from Diddy. And I'm like, hold on, what? Yeah, I mean, I'm here for motivation. I ain't here for the goofy stuff. He didn't even ask me how much money he'd give me to do that. Like, he didn't even give me an offer. You know what I mean? Take that. Bad boy. He said, y'all need to get butt naked. I just sang my heart out, and that's the first thing you're going to tell me, get butt naked? God damn. Diddy's an interesting guy, I can't lie. But he made a lot of hits. Can't deny that. I ain't defending what he's doing, I'm just saying, you know what I mean? All right, let me chill. Let me stop while I'm at. Let's just say someone asked me if I'll do something for some money. But they just didn't say how much it was. I guess they assumed I was just going to do it just for the thrill of it. That doesn't make sense, but it is what it is. They probably realized how sus it sounded, or it was, and they took back that comment. But I was like, nah, it's too late. I already saw it. I know what type of person you are. Take that. Oh, man. It's a beautiful day out there, man. I suggest people take advantage of it, get outside. Go take a walk or something. You know what I mean? Get some sun. Get some vitamin D. Go get some sun. You know what I mean? Especially as brothers and sisters. Get some of that sunny D. Nah, the sun ain't out too much. But you see, I'm looking light skinned now. I'm glowing, baby. I got that glow. Feeling good. I hope everybody had a good day, though. I'm having a great day. Because you know why? I know every day is a good day. Every day. Okay, I've been going for... Got jets flying around. Oh, you can see it? No? Can you see it? No? Nah, I can't see it. Got jets flying around. We're about to start dropping missiles. World War III, baby. Everybody be talking about apocalypse. But I don't think that'll happen. Man, you see that? Y'all, that look nice. Old school joint. Woo-wee. Yeah, new cars is cool, but yeah, the old school cars, they hit different. I can't lie. I'll probably have one in the collection just because. If I ever find one. What's up with everybody? Everybody's day is good though. Everyone outside? Everyone go outside yet? Anybody take a walk? Anybody got active today? Anybody did anything productive? Come on, people, talk to me. So y'all just gonna ignore me. Bet. Am I still good? Man, this is getting a little choppy. I'm gonna have to come back. Is it better now? I gotta keep myself over here. Chilling, making sure the day is productive. That's all. Like I just said, walking's free. You can go for a walk. Took a walk. I feel good. I feel warmed up. But I ain't gotta lift weights every day. It's better than just sitting around. People are so quick to just sit around, play video games all day. I think there's a time and place for everything. It's about longevity. You want to live as long as you can. See an old man riding his bike right now. Yep. Beautiful days like these that makes you thankful for life. Even if things are not really going your way, you have some things to be thankful for. You see the bees is out? Uh-oh. Even annoying stuff like that, you got bees flying around. But that's part of nature, right? That's all God's creation. You know? You gotta be thankful for life. Somebody took their last breath last night. And you're still here. That's why I be saying more life, more work. As long as you live, you get another chance, you get another opportunity to try again. You know, don't take it lightly. Don't take it for granted. Go out and do what you said you're gonna do. You said you're gonna do something someday. Today's that day. Go get that done. Go get it done. You don't want to sit around just regretting life. Be a shoulda, coulda, woulda person. You want to take advantage of the time you got. Because not everyone's promised tomorrow. I think that helped me change that. Just thinking that helped me change my mindset. It's so easy to just be down and feel depressed, feel unmotivated. But when you do that, you're going to start living that way. And there's no reason to live that way. Because intrinsically, you know it's not going to do anything for you. But if you're trying to look for pity or something, that's only going to work for so long. Eventually, people are going to start feeling bad for you, and then they're going to start telling you, like, yo, you need to do something with yourself. Or people around you might start leveling up, and they don't even talk to you anymore. You know? But that comes with hanging with the same people. You have to start hanging with people that are better than you. You know? You got to hang with people that have goals, too. You can't hang with the people doing the same thing. You know, they say, different day, same thing. It gets boring, especially if you want more for your life. If you want more for your life, you gotta do different. You do different, you get different results. Do the same thing, it's just gonna stay the same. And a lot of people that choose to stay the same, They do the same thing and they just keep on complaining. That gets annoying too. Who want to hang with people like that? And a lot of stuff is past things too. It's like, all right, you went with what you went through, but it's like, what you gonna do now? Like I can think about the times people did me wrong, or people talk about me, call me fat boy or something. But it's like, okay, well now it's on me. What am I gonna do with that? I can't hold on to that forever, because it's like now it's controlling you. What are you going to do about it now? You have to move on and you have to make a decision. Like I said, people are going to start turning their back on you if you just keep complaining about the same thing. You keep pointing your finger. We live in a world where everybody's just pointing their finger. Everybody's going through something that's because of someone else. I ain't got time for that. I stopped doing that stuff a long time ago. I know it's my life. Just like you playing a video game, it's your story mode. You're going to play it to the best of your ability. You're going to max your stats out. Are you going to make it the best? What you going to do with it? You want to have a good team? Just like an RPG. Who you going to have on your team? You need a healer. You need someone that's going to shield you. Someone that you can coordinate with. Who you going to keep beside you? Are your teammates helping you out, or are they holding you back? Sometimes you got to let those people go. There's nothing wrong with loving people from afar too. But you're just on different things. And if they really mess with you for real, they're gonna understand that. They might even join you. But then you're gonna have some people that are gonna hold you back. Sometimes those people tell you like, yo, don't forget where you came from. Well, I'm trying to leave from where I'm at now. I want to get away from where I came from. A lot of the time those are people that aren't doing anything. So they want you to they want you to remember. They want you to be the person you were before. That's why you have to leave. That's why a lot of these artists, they leave, they make it, they get out of there, and they don't come back. Because it's like you make it, and you go back to where you came from. Something always happens. That's what happened with Quavo. Not Quavo, sorry. Takeoff. Happened to Takeoff. You back at home playing dice. You rich. What you playing dice for? Wasting time. Hanging with the wrong people. Unfortunately, his life got cut short. He got killed for something stupid. You don't even make money doing that. You made money making music. But, I don't know. It's the mentality, right? Nobody want to try different things. They want to keep the same mindset. They don't really change their mindset. It's just not worth it. It's not worth it. So you want to change your life, you need to get out of your old circumstances. You got to change your mindset. Change the people you're hanging with. If they're just out here trying to take and not give, stay away from them. Some people will come around you just to take your energy and leave. They come back when they need more energy from you. They want to take. They don't even want to level themselves up. They don't want to help you level up. And they just want to take it and go home. And do it all over again. And as soon as you call them out on it, now you're the bad guy. If they really mess with you, they'll try and do the same thing you're doing. Because if you're really cool with people and you really got motion, you can give a lot of people opportunities. Me and my homies, we talk about an ecosystem. And everybody can work together. People can give opportunities. But if you don't take those opportunities and make it work for you, and you kind of just in a way. You can only give a person so many chances, so many opportunities before you have to let them go. It's just like at a job. Sometimes they give you chances, and then you keep messing up, they let you go. You know what I mean? Sometimes it'll take one time. They cut you off real quick. So people keep giving you chances and opportunities to make yourself better, and you need to take advantage of that. You have to. Because you're going to be wasting their time, you're going to waste yours. And then when you lose those opportunities, you're stuck now. Now you got to figure it out yourself. But I guess sometimes it has to be that way. Sometimes you have to figure things out on your own. Sometimes you just have to work for what you got. At least then you'll appreciate it. When you start figuring it out, you'll change your mind. Because people don't respect handouts. People don't respect opportunities all the time. It's very rare someone takes it and they're grateful for it and they make it flourish. But a lot of times people just come around to take. And you're supposed to just keep giving to them no matter what. Nah, I don't want no handouts. I want to create something for myself. Create a legacy. You know, you want to make your last name important. You want to make your last name known. You know, that's all. You got to keep doing right. Try to do right. Not that things gonna be perfect. Try and do right. Work your hardest. Be grateful. Thank God for everything. Cause I do that all the time. Before I really started praying, I was just always grateful, and I think God knew that. He was able to sense that in my heart. So He just started giving me opportunities, because He doesn't give you what you want. He just gives you opportunities to get what you want. You know. He gave that YouTube platform, and I just started taking advantage of it. Just take advantage of it. Just show up every day. Just be honest, and I'm gonna get picked up. I'm gonna get picked up. And I just want to show other people it can be done. I'm trying to push a few people to do the same thing. It ain't gotta be the same exact thing I'm doing, but they could do their own version. You know, if they like hair, they can do hair. If they like cars, they can do cars. I was just talking to my homie. He wanna do car content. Like, bro, just pick up the camera and do it. Told him like, yo, he posted a story from riding a bike, and I'm like, dog, like you can just post that. Post yourself riding a bike. You fixing on the car? Take the camera, talk to the camera, tell the people what you're doing with the car, and you're fixing it. So people see the progress, and then when you're ready to drive the car, the people will be proud of you because you stuck with it. A lot of people love cars. I ain't a car guy, but I can appreciate a car that looks good. Yeah. Just tell them like, yo, just start. You're going to find someone that resonates with what you're doing. Like that car community is real big. I made my first vlog going to the car show, and I'm not even into cars like that. But I just told myself, pick up the camera and go. That's exactly what I said in my first vlog. I said, pick up the camera and just start recording. It was one of those points like, yo, stop being a punk and go do it. You say you're going to do it, go do it. What you scared of? So that's just what I did. And I said it in the vlog. You can go watch it if you want. That's one of the first things I said. Huh? When you do something and you're scared and you do it anyway, the people see that. And most people don't even see that you're scared of doing it. It's about doing something regardless of how you feel. Especially for a man. A man is not what you feel. It's what you do regardless of what you feel. And I didn't realize that until I was like maybe 26, 27. And I think it's because I think I was listening to Fresh and Fit or something like that. I heard Andrew Tate say it. He's talking about how much of his... He talked about his father. He talks so highly of his father. And he talked about how hard he worked. And he talked about being a man and doing what you're supposed to do regardless of what you feel. And I always stuck with me. You know, I think about growing up and my father just always working. I didn't see him all the time. I've seen him enough, obviously. But he worked so hard. Huh? I'm getting choppy? Good. She's moderating me in real life. So you need a supportive woman like that. But, yeah, my father working all the time. You know, I didn't see him all the time, but we always had what we needed. We always had the essentials. And it comes with sacrifice. So when I heard Andrew Tate talking about that, it made sense. I was able to resonate with that. And I kind of just adapted that. Well, I did adopt that mindset. I know it's not always about me. I can't think about myself all the time. I know if you bring value to other people, you'll be loved for it. You could even get paid for value. But it's funny, you start doing it for free, you do it because it's your job, and then you adopt that mindset to something else, and then eventually you get paid for it. What value you bringing? That's what I said in my other video on how to find your purpose. You got to ask yourself, what are you working for? What are you living for? What do you want to be remembered for? You know? How are other people going to remember you? No, you want to be the average worker. You want to remember someone that just worked. Or you want to be remembered for changing people's lives. Change people's lives. I don't want to be in front of the cameras just doing goofy stuff for attention, because that kind of stuff sticks with you. You want to be remembered for doing something funny? Yeah, I guess that's cool, but that can only last for so long. I'd rather change people's lives for the better. Help them realize that they're greater than what they are. They can change their circumstances. Don't be scared. Or you can be scared. You just go do what you're going to do anyway. Because it just starts like that. One person does it, another person sees it, and it just starts a whole cycle. You know? Then the next thing you know, you're creating the ecosystem. And everybody's just helping each other out. That's how you start a community. Community and family is the most important thing. And that's why the government want everybody so separated. Want people so separated. And like I said before, we're not too different. You know? We're all trying to take care of our families. Why we gotta stop each other from doing that? We're all looking for the same goal. You got some people like, okay, they're looking out for themselves and they're selfish and they're greedy, and then, you know, God will punish them. That's why they always end up so lonely. You know? They end up so lonely. They act like they're happy. And you can even see it in the movements. I'm like, yeah, you're not that happy for real. You just playing the character right now. So, family, close friends, and community, that matters. I can't do everything on my own. A lot of us guys are stubborn like that. We think we could do everything on our own. So I struggle with that too. But that's that pride in us. It don't always work in our favor. Sometimes it bites us in the booty. So there's nothing wrong with asking for help. Nothing wrong. And I understand sometimes you ask for help. Sometimes feel like some people turn on you and they're like, yo, you owe me. You know, I went through stuff like that too. And that made me not want to ask anybody for anything. Just like I don't want to take handouts. At least what that part is, I know I can just do the work myself and I can change my life for the better, and then everyone else outside of me can benefit. You know? I know I'm a married man, so I know that it's not about me. You know, I got a wife that depends on me. And outside of that, I have my parents that depend on me. You know, siblings I want to take care of. But I know that's why I'm taking this content thing so serious. I want to change my life, and I know outside of that, people will benefit too. You want to change the bloodline, you know. You want to change your life. Nobody want to be regular, right? We don't want to live regular. We want to live great lives. We want to control our reality. Outside the government, you know, we got to follow the laws and stuff. Yeah, I get that. But as far as that, outside of that, you want to change your life. You want to change your life. And those are the things I think about all the time. I think about it daily, really. You know, I told my wife earlier, I had a dream about YouTube. I had like 500 views on each video, and, you know, my subscribers, you know, off the charts. And she's like, "Oh, you really fiending?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fiending to win. You know, I'm fiending to change my life." You know, it just goes to show that I'm thinking about it so much. Don't get me wrong, I ain't gonna sell my soul. It ain't that serious. I just know if I'm honest and I'm consistent, then I'm gonna win regardless. You know, slow and steady, it still wins a race. It still wins a race. So it's always on my mind, and I need other guys to understand that that's how it should be. It's a cold truth, but that's just, it is what it is. If you're bringing no value, people are not going to really care for you. If you're feeling some type of way, nobody's really going to care. They may ask, but they don't really care. But you still have to do what you got to do. And it's to the point, regardless of what I feel, I'm still doing the same thing I'm supposed to do. Whether I feel like it or not, whether I'm happy or sad, even though I don't really care about that. I'm just too focused on doing what I'm supposed to do to worry about happiness. And I think, and it's funny, the funny thing about happiness is when I'm achieving my goals and doing what I said I'm going to do, I get a sense of happiness from that. Like being proud of myself, I guess that's the happiness. When you feel proud about doing something you're supposed to be doing, that's where the happiness comes from. That's just how it works for me. So I'm not really looking to be happy. I'm looking to be proud of myself. I'm looking to achieve things. I'm looking to take care of the people that I care for. So I don't look for happiness because what other people do to look for happiness, they go around doing drugs and going to the club every weekend, wasting their money, chasing women, chasing men, you know, just sleeping around with everyone. And it's like, yeah, that's only temporary stuff. It's like drugs. You're just looking for that high, and then it goes away, and then you're right back to reality. So it's like, I know those things. I won't get anything from that. So I just have to focus on the future. You know, I can't worry about fun and all that. I have no desire for that, and I know I can't put it to the side all the time. But I know I just have to take life serious. You know, I heard a interview with Michael B. Jordan, and he said his father said you got to be serious about something, and that's one of the things that stuck with me too. I got to be serious about something. So I know I got to take this serious, and I just got to stay consistent. I know it's gonna pay off. I've been doing it for 2 months, and I gained like 100 plus subscribers. I was at 88, now I'm at 255. It might be up after this, but yeah, it is. Don't tell me. I want to see it after I'm done. But it just goes to show that being consistent, it just it's gonna help. You know, you start when you show up every day, that spills into other aspects of your life. You stay committed to something, you start staying committed to a lot of other things. It's just like how you do one thing, you do everything else. If I stay committed to this, and I can stay committed to the gym, I can stay committed to working hard, I can stay committed to my partner, all types of things that you're supposed to be committed to. You know? Even as simple as growing locks. Like, you stay committed and your locks just get longer. You take care of them, you stay committed, you can grow your hair real long. Even as simple as that. So how you do one thing is how you do everything. That's just what it is. So I know I stay committed to this, and I stay consistent to this. Everything else is just going to slowly follow through. It's just as simple as that. It's just as simple as that. So if anyone want to try something new, if you want to do content creation, if you want to go to the gym, if you want to go do that new job, you want to start that new hobby, go for it. Just do it. Especially with the content creation, because the money's out there. You just have to work for it. It's just like there's always a job around. You can get the job and get the money. You just have to work for it. You just have to show up. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Just don't expect it to happen overnight. I know right now I'm doing my best. I've been consistent so far. I'm showing up. I know I'm gonna be rewarded in the end. And then there'll be another level. I know I'm gonna do good. I know I'll be able to change my life. Change my life in 1 year. I believe I can do that. And I believe you could do it too. You just have to start. Don't be so scared that you don't start. That's what people do. They talk themselves out of stopping something. They don't even start. They don't even try it. They think it's so impossible that they can't do it. Hey, can y'all shut up, please? This up for a second. I was about to say, hold on, I got aura. But yeah, just start. Don't be scared. People don't care as much as you think. People don't care as much as you think, because a lot of people are on their phones anyway. You want to be the person that's a creator. You don't want to just consume all day. You want to create things too, especially as a man. We're here to create things. We stopped doing that. We just started consuming. We just started spending money on goofy stuff. Things that don't matter. Just wasting our money. We have to start creating things again. You know? That's how men are gonna get the respect back. That's how you're gonna be respected. When you bring value and you create things for other people to benefit from. And it's funny because, like I said, it's not necessarily about you. It's about what you bring to other people. It's just like a business. It ain't about just you making money. It's about how you gonna serve people. You know what I mean? You don't make it about yourself. You serve God. You serve other people. You'll be rewarded. You know? It's all about serving other people. And I don't mean, like, yeah, some people gonna try and take advantage of you, and those people do exist. I get it. But you have to understand that, hey, bug on my neck, they jumping me right now. I can't lie. But yeah, some people gonna take advantage of you, but that shouldn't stop you from being a kind person. Not a nice person. Nice people, they're like a doormat. They get walked over, they get taken advantage of. But you want to be kind to people, but you don't want to be nice and say yes to things even if you don't want to do it. Because some people can drive you into doing things you normally don't do, and the next thing you know, you're questioning your own morals. So you have to be careful with that part. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with serving other people. Like I said, you show love to people, the people will have your back always. Always. People will always defend you. That's why I said love is more powerful than hate. Because if people hate you and fear you, they'll try to destroy you. They might try and kill you. But if you live with love, the people will always defend you. I have plenty of people defend me for plenty of situations. People that I didn't even think will come to my aid came to my aid. But it's because I showed love to those people anyway. You know? So keep that in mind. Don't be selfish. Everyone's just looking for themselves. But it's not always about you. That's like one of the hard things too. Everybody's just out to look out for themselves. What can I get? Well, how are you gonna flourish if you're not serving other people too? You gotta take care of others too. That's how you build a community. Don't be selfish. I was never really a selfish person to begin with. I did see how people were selfish, and it's like, damn, like, you feel like it could rub off, and you don't let it rub off on you, but you can see how it rub off on other people, and then you're like, you have to make a decision. You're gonna be like everyone else, or you're just gonna keep being you. Make some adjustments, right? You don't want nobody taking advantage of you. People don't want to get hurt. But you gotta open up sooner or later. You can't let that pain take over your decision making. There's good people and there's bad people. They're everywhere. But don't let the bad people make you into a bad person too. It's like Tupac said, you gotta keep your head up. Keep your head up. There's gonna be good days and bad days. You walk with your head down, that means you ain't got no confidence. I walk with my head high all the time. Maybe some people think I'm arrogant. That's perfectly fine. Because it's either you're arrogant or you're cocky, but people don't really say you're confident. If I see someone like that, I just think they're confident. Some people can be arrogant, but I don't think that's always the case. But it's like people will see that and they might try and bring you down. They try and bring your self-esteem down. They just start hating on you. Oh, you think you all that? No, why can't I just be confident? Why can't I just believe in myself? Society will tell you not to believe in yourself. The society strip that out of you. They strip your imagination. They strip your confidence away. And they try to act like there's something wrong with you. But no. They'll really think they'll really try to make it seem like there's something wrong with you when you're doing what you say you're going to do. When you keep showing up, when you're consistent, when you're changing your life, when you're changing other people's lives, they'll try to find a way and try to bring you down. But you got to ignore all that. People will say you're arrogant. No, I'm just confident. The next time someone tells you you're arrogant, just say you're confident in yourself. You believe in yourself. There's no wrong with that. The people don't believe in yourself, they're trying to tell you not to believe in yourself. Stay away from those people. If you don't believe in yourself, I don't really want to mess with you like that, honestly. Unless you change otherwise, there's no need for us to talk. I only hang with people that want to do better for themselves. They want to bring value. and they wanna win legally and not by snaking people. They want to be authentic while doing it. But that's just one of those things that you're not. I even said to my wife earlier, it's like I wasn't born this way. I was given the opportunity to grow from my situations and become this type of person. This ain't happened overnight. I wasn't always this way. I wasn't always the yapper that I am now. I used to be the quiet person. I used to not talk all the time. I didn't have confidence. I didn't walk with my head high. You know, I didn't pray and give gratitude all the time. But I had to become that type of person, and that just comes with learning from your situations, growing instead of just falling down, staying down, and trying to point the finger at everyone else. You know, it just comes from learning. Learning is forever. As long as you live, life will always teach you something. Don't be a know-it-all either. I know I don't know everything. Just shut your mouth and just learn. People spend too much time talking. That's another thing too. Stop yapping. Listen. If someone's at a higher level than you shut up and listen. I've always been that type of person too. If I seen someone that had something I wanted and I wanted it, I'll ask them what they do and I shut my mouth. Now you're trying to tell someone something, they be trying to tell you don't know what you're talking about, or they trying to give you an opinion. Nigga, you asking me for help. Why are you talking? So that's another thing. There's nothing wrong with taking advice from people that actually have value, that are actually have what you want. But you just have to listen. You just have to listen. Now sometimes you gotta learn yourself, but there's nothing wrong with asking for help, being humble, and just taking the right type of advice. You can miss out on a lot of opportunities if you keep talking. It's funny. I was watching Fresh and Fit the other day. The guy asked Fresh about advice on cars, and the guy's asking him, "Why am I taking advice from Fresh, bruh? Byron just said he know about cars. Why are you even asking a question like that? You fumbled. You lost the opportunity trying to be a smart ass, and now you ain't got nothing. You ain't getting no value. You just called to the show and you wasted your time. But that's because these young people like to talk so much. I ain't no old guy. I'm only 28, but it's like I know the difference from someone that's on a level that I want, that I'm not at yet, versus someone that's like, you're not doing anything, so I'm not taking advice from you. But if I can see the evidence that they know what they're talking about and they have knowledge, and I'm gonna listen to them. I'm not gonna overtalk them. I'm gonna let them explain themselves. If my father-in-law is talking about scripture, I'm shutting my mouth and listening. I'm not gonna try to talk over him. It's the perfect example. When he's dropping gems, I'm listening. If I know something, then yeah, I'll talk. But other than that, I'm not gonna say anything. I'm only talking about things I know because I experienced it. There is a thing of a secondhand experience too, but a lot of stuff is just my own experiences, things that I picked up on, things that I've noticed over the years, the changes in people that I've seen, the human nature things. Like I said earlier, like times have changed, but we're still humans. We still respond to the same things. Nothing's really changed. Maybe society, the society standards changed, but as people, biologically, we have not changed. We still respond to the same things. So, and then you just keep it simple. You just be grateful. Hang with people that are good. Hang with people that are better than you. People that will hold you accountable. You go through hard times. You build resilience. You build consistency. Nothing will stop you. You have a strong mind. And you can overcome everything. Yeah. Like I said, it's all a mental game. Just like in Naruto, Genjutsu, right? They mess with your mind. The government mess with your mind. They get you to think a certain way. I said third. Society brainwash you to make you think a certain way. Yes. But you can break out of the illusion. You can break out of the Genjutsu and live a different type of reality. You'll see things a certain type of way. When you go through certain things, it's just kind of like how Was it the first or the second Okada? They basically explain how to unlock the Sharingan. When you go through certain things, you go through realities, and you can see how some people are so evil, and you go through certain things, and then you end up seeing things a certain way, and you kind of unlock this visual power, and you can really see things for what they are, even if other people can't. And when I seen it, I was like, yo, that makes so much sense. It's like you can take that and apply that to your life. Like you can see it. You go through certain things, and you see things for what they are. People mock Jesus because he's the truth. I've been seeing that growing up my whole life. But then you see these celebrities. I seen Sam Smith with a top hat with double horns on. I was like, yo, God is real. Jesus Christ is real. And he out here just wearing red and devil horns, and I was like, what's going on with that? But then you realize he's responsible for the music, right? The devil,
He's the angel of music.
the angel of music. So I'm like, oh, okay, so that's why you're talking about selling your soul and devil worship when it comes to music. And I was like, I was always just trying to connect things, and then things really started connecting. And I was like, if I know there's no light without dark, then I'm like, okay, there's good and evil, right? So the devil exists, so God exists. When it comes to common sense, it don't get no more common than that. But it's more than just believing. You know, you gotta change your actions for the good. And sometimes people are trying to drag you back to do bad. They want you to be the old person. Someone came to my life the other day. They said they gave up their sinful ways, and of course, as a man, it was lust, right? We all went through that. And he said he's changed his ways, and he felt like he was getting sick. His body was weak. And I'm telling him, like, bro, you just leaving your old self behind. That's all. What's up, bro? You're just leaving your old self behind. Just like a snake, you're shedding that old version, and you're coming out something new. So that's just what that is. And I know it's gonna be a hard journey, but I'm like, you just have to keep going. You know? There's a song by Kanye West. I forgot what it's called. But it says it's a hard road to heaven. You know? It's hard. The road to heaven feels like hell, but the road to hell feels like heaven. And you just have to make a decision. But you just have to have a strong mind. So you can just take that, download it into your mind, and do your best. But I don't know how long I've been out here. It's 3:32. When I start this live.
2 hours.
Yeah, 2 hours. Oh snap! That's a new record of Yap. So yeah, I think that's it for this Yap session. Shout out to everyone that showed love, that left a chat, asked questions, that was chopping it up with me. And yeah, I think that's it for now. Maybe I'll put out a video tomorrow. Maybe I might go live tomorrow. Who knows? We'll see what I'm feeling. But I'm definitely going to get back on YouTube tomorrow because I have to stay consistent. So everybody have a good day. Stay blessed. Stay grateful. Stay consistent. God bless y'all.